Due to your lightning successes in the Low Countries and France, an opportunity to invade England is in our hands. An opportunity, Herr General, you must turn into yet another victory. Although most of the British expeditionary force escaped at Dunkirk, they were forced to leave behind much of their heavy equipment, so you can expect little armored resistance. So strike swiftly, as we predict you will have mere weeks to secure your objectives before the water of the English Channel becomes too rough for our barges and transport craft. You must crush all resistance before the supply lines are cut and our troops become easy prey. Churchill has promised to fight on the beaches, in the fields, and in the streets. Show them the foolishness of such defiance.
Well, hello and welcome back to our Rommel Let's Play. Well, we got another elite infantry, that's great. And new equipment is available, we'll take a look at this later. So, let's see. This is the Channel Coast, obviously. And we have to take a lot of objectives that are actually quite far apart. So many people struggle to beat the, well, rather rigid time limit of this mission. So I will show you how to do it. It can be done quite easily, but it nevertheless is a really tough fight. But that's quite enjoyable because there's massive air battle, massive fights on the seas, and an interesting fight on the ground. So we will try to land some of our naval transports at Ipswich to take this city. We will do an assault with Fallschirmjägers on Bristol. There's a possibility the Brits will reinforce this city. If they do this, our Fallschirmjägers won't be able to take the city, so maybe we'll send them down or up and move a lot of our troops around here. And of course the bulk of our army will land for a direct assault on London itself. I usually have the most troubles getting Oxford, because according to my plan it's the last city we will take. The troops landing at Ipswich will have to go down, hit London from the back, and well, go through the rough terrain here and take Oxford as well. We will hit it from 2 or 3 sides depending how the situation will develop. It's impossible to predict everything in advance, so we will have to be flexible and do whatever we can. So on the prestige front we are slowly getting the upper hand, so we can afford elite replacements for the first time. So we will do this. We once again suffered only minor losses. We already have a quite formidable tank force, but for this mission infantry is actually more important because there's a lot of well, street fighting involved, not much open terrain to cover. And we will buy elite upgrades for our artillery. We want overstrengths on them. Hopefully they don't get too damaged in the process of the landing. This is always a little bit risky. that's really expensive. And we will upgrade our Air Force. The new fighters, the version F, has slightly less air defenses, but most importantly, the initiative is higher. That's the most important value for planes, for fighter planes. That's already F version, so we're done here. We can up. No, let's wait a moment. We absolutely need overstrengths on our level bombers to get rid of the Royal Navy as quickly as possible, so that's really critical. No upgrades for them, but we want an overpowered bomber force as well. And yeah, I guess an overstrength Stuka will be useful too. That's it. I'm first buying the overstrengths and then upgrading, because that way it's cheaper. You have to pay the overstrengths for the cheaper unit, but be careful if you change the unit type. Example, if you go from the Stuka to the fighter bomber, you will lose your overstrengths. So be aware of that. Well, we can afford 2 more units. I'm not sure. We could buy another fighter. It's always useful. So that's no mistake, I think. But I'm pretty confident we can do it with 4 fighters. So we'll save the prestige. And yeah, I'm not really sure if we want to buy overstrengths for our fighters, because, well, they will lose it very quickly, so it's kind of a waste of prestige. Usually I buy another anti-tank unit just to gain experience. And now, yeah, there's one left to go. Sorry. We could go for a Nebelwerfer, very useful for the attack on London, or we take a stock for close support. I'm not too sure about that either. Well, I think I will go for the stock. I'm not too sure about this unit, but we will try and see if it's effective. It's really useful for 2 or 3 missions to come, but afterwards it just gets too vulnerable. I experienced high losses on them, so I'm not too sure about it, but let's do it anyway. So now our forces are complete, and let's see, for the deployment we have a lot of difficult terrain there, so we will send our Gebirgsjäger to the north. We will give them support by 1 tank. And yeah, maybe an artillery. Maybe we'll put in another infantry unit, but I'm not sure about that. Next, we want our attack force for London. We will send in our tanks. We need pioneers, we need most of our artillery, and more infantry. Doesn't have to be quick. Don't want to place a unit there. Oh. Scout maybe. Go with 2 infantry units there. 2 tanks. And let's place another unit there. So that's it. Now we want to be able to hit at several places. We don't know where the enemy fleet is positioned, so let's try to stay flexible. So that's it for the setup. Well, and let's kick off Sea Line. We have clear weather. The weather actually is quite important here. Clear weather is, well, good for an aggressive approach. Rain is, well, quite useful too, because you can approach the coastline without getting detected and without having to deal with the Royal Air Force. Well, cloudy weather is not that great because your level bombers are not that effective and you can get trouble dealing with the Royal Navy. So, well, let's try to find the enemy fleet. We will start by scouting. We've already found an English U-boat. Ideal target for our fighter bombers. Well, actually I know where the ships are positioned, but it's not a big deal, because if you move the submarine first, you have vision around here, and then you can move in the destroyer. So that's not cheating here. Another target. Well, that didn't do great, only 4 damage. Predicted was 6. So that actually is a big deal. And now we have to get rid of the enemy fleet as quickly as possible. Already a light cruiser is eliminated. We found a heavy cruiser. This one is actually really dangerous because it's threatening our invasion fleet. So we will send in our strongest bomber. It should do 8 damage. Does only 6. Not that lucky. So let's hope our battleship can do the job. Yeah, here they go. So this is a pretty successful start. The Royal Navy is already severely damaged. And now we have to block them, because we already want to advance. You will notice there are a lot of radar stations. Those have a spotting range of 4, and well, they give additional initiative to the enemy planes, so they are really a pain. And yeah, as of course it's best to keep out of their way. No, that's not a good idea. Oh, that was our first move for the fleet. Well, was not ideal around here, but we can live with that. Oh, there's another Schnellboot. We'll start bringing it up. And we will scout with our U-boats. And once again, blocking the movement of this cruiser, so it cannot enter here. And we will begin to carefully sneak up our invasion fleet for Ipswich. We're in no hurry here, because we have to first get rid of the enemy fleet. But as long as we stay out of spotting range and don't get near the coast, we might as well start moving them. Well, now the tricky part. Sorry if this takes a moment, but we have more things to do. We have to position our fighter cover. That's really important, because the Royal Air Force will hit us, and it will hit hard. We forgot another level bomber. No. One down. Now we have to protect our planes and ships. Okay, 2 left. 1, 2, 3, 4. One. This one has to protect our landing fleet. Let's see. We're in spotting range here, so this is a little bit dangerous. And now 1, 2, 3, 4. We can go here. 1, 2, 3, 4 here. Those have to stay out of vision for the moment because we have nothing which could protect those ships. But we have blocked the English fleet. Well, we don't want to risk our Stuka right now. It will stay on the airfield. And yeah, let's see. There could be a radar station here or here. 1, 2, well, there's the U-boat. Never mind. I think they will stay where they are for the moment as well. So that's our first turn. Let's check. Yeah, everything's moved. So, well, let's wait for the English response. I can guarantee it will be, well, a little bit stronger than we are used to from the previous scenarios. So let's see. Another heavy cruiser there. We already lost our first ship. And there are 2 battleships. They will give us a lot of troubles. Our submarine gets attacked. Second one. Fortunately, they can't evade. Or they didn't. That's really bad luck. But at least we keep them occupied. And, well, a breakthrough. At least. We trapped one of the bombers. The second one. Great. We don't care for the level bombers. It misses. That's great. And our landing forces already having trouble reaching the beaches. Well, we survived. That's actually great. So let's take a look. Unfortunately, this battleship is really protected. We cannot do much about them. At least we can try to get rid of this blocking destroyer. Now we can send in our submarine and at least damage the battleship. Yeah, that was great. That was great as well. No, we didn't get it. Fortunately, we catch this heavy destroyer. It didn't withdraw far enough. So we might manage a quick victory there. Yes. 2 to go. Phew. Yeah, maybe we can finish. Yeah, we should be able to deal with the enemy battleship. Great. Now we have to block them. Unfortunately, this one is out of range. Now one of their most dangerous spotting units is out of order. Another one down. This one is quite boxed in, so it's not dangerous anymore. So it will do nothing here. And we have another level bomber left. It's out of range here, so we might want to use it on this destroyer. But let's see. First we have to deal with the Royal Air Force. Well, we have to damage all of their planes. That's our main goal, because then they have to withdraw. This one is already damaged, this one is damaged. So that's not a big deal. This one's damaged, so mainly those are left. It's a Spitfire, a Hurricane, and another Hurricane. Yeah, and the Blenheim. Unfortunately, it's guarded by 2 fighters, so maybe we won't be able to destroy it and damage it, and we will have to take another hit by it. Let's see. I will use the non-core unit to try and damage the first Spitfire. Oh, that's okay. So 3 units to go. We actually might want to shoot down one Blenheim. Let's see. That went rather poorly. This one was better, but we got hit. Unfortunately, we have got only 1 plane left. That's not worth it. Unfortunately, this one cannot reach the Blenheim, so we could shoot it down. So I think we will go for the Blenheim instead. Well, now the Royal Air Force is heavily damaged and they will complete retreat. Well, of course, they will come again once they've replenished, but this will take time and will give us the time to complete the landing. So in my opinion, it's the best way to just damage them, because if you take a look, there are not that many airfields. One moment. Well, we cannot see it here, but there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, actually there are quite a lot, but they will guard their bombers, so they cannot reinforce all their units at once. Well, actually we have 1 unit left. No use to attack the Spitfires. We will do it once the radar is down. So instead, well, there are several options. Kill off a Hurricane. It's never a bad idea. Or destroy the plane. I don't know. Let's take a look. Well, it's not that expensive. The Spitfires, the Hurricanes actually do cost a lot more, so the computer will lose more prestige trying to repair them. Let's do it. Now we can safely use our Stuka on this tank. Oh, big hit. 5 damage. Now it's time to begin landing our troops. We'll block the city. Yeah, and still one level bomber left. Sorry, it's getting a little bit confusing. There's a lot going on. We could hit this one, but there might be anti-aircraft fire there. So I'm a little bit reluctant to use it that way. And there are no other targets. Well, we could lose a lot of prestige if we get hit by an anti-aircraft gun. And we are not in a real hurry there. So I don't think we will risk it. Oh, another unit. Oh, let's see. I think we will simply advance and start reducing the entrenchment levels. We will send an infantry here so it can deploy into the city and instantly take it. We will send the pioneers. No. We'll send a Panzer because it's good at attacking this radar station. We will advance on other infantry. Place it here. We'll land the Stuk. And we will land 6 scouts here. The pioneers can go there. one artillery unit can go there. And this one will have to wait. I don't want to risk getting damaged. Actually, let's hit them. They might open fire on our transports. So it's a good idea to reduce the strength. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's keep out of spotting range for the moment. We cannot land at this turn anyway. I think they can shoot back. Yeah, they can. So let's not risk it. Instead, we might start bringing down those artillery stations. And now it's time to advance our Fallschirmjägers. We have to use the opportunity while the enemy air force is out of action. Well, and that's it. I think we are done. So let's end the turn. Big hit on the cruiser. Lost our submarine, unfortunately. They are withdrawing all their airplanes. Ah! That actually was really bad. Cannot even deploy here now, so that was a stupid idea. Okay. Well, let's try and get rid of this cruiser. It's in our way. Now we have to finish this light cruiser, and well, actually there is no anti-aircraft. Maybe it's there. However, they are quite defenseless now. We can easily deal with them. Those submarines are only good for spotting now. We will take down the remaining fleet. should be the final target. That's it. So that was the Royal Navy. Unfortunately, we have cloudy weather, so we've got a little bit of trouble getting rid of this cruiser tank. Now it surrenders. And we can start using our tanks on those radar stations. And now it's safe to deploy our artillery. And we can start bombarding them. We have to keep the entrenchment levels down. So we don't care if we take some losses, but we want to dig them out. Oh, now it's time for landing. Doing nothing, but it doesn't matter. So yeah, I think we've almost completed our turn. Now we have another possibility. We can send in our fighters to finish off some of the English units. We don't know where they retreated exactly, and we will come under anti-aircraft fire, but we might as well try to shoot some of them down. So let's take a look. There's a hurricane there. So maybe we can get rid of it. Well, that was a big hit. And we got an Iron Cross for it. So that's one problem down. We will keep them. Well, we will let them reinforce it. Another, oh, there will be another one there or there, I'm not sure. But I think we will just take the opportunity to review. We don't want that our Air Force gets out of supply all at the same turn. Now it's time to advance on this city. It's most likely they bought reinforcements there because there's nothing on the coast. Well, that's it. We've completed our first turns. So I think we will stop the video here and, well, see what the English are going to throw at us and if we can be quick enough to get them. So bye for now. See you next video. Bye.